All right, we are just about ready to play some girls varsity basketball. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Tommy Aquilina. You are watching the Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics stream here on YouTube. And thank you so much for joining tonight of all nights, because it is not only a big intra-divisional matchup between two big North American opponents in Fort Lee and Dumont, it is also senior night here in the East Gymnasium at Fort Lee High School in Fort Lee. 6 Fort Lee Bridgemen were honored before the game, and 5 of them are in the starting lineup today for first-year head coach Kelly Lane's squad. Tip-off about to take place, and we are underway. Tip won by Dumont. Both of these teams have colors of white, orange, and black. Dumont is in their road whites, and Fort Lee is in their home black uniform. That is a 3 that I believe was just hit by number 1, Gabriella Bartolucci, who almost comes up with a steal, and it will be Dumont with the ball. So a fast start for the Dumont Huskies. A little more than 30 seconds gone by here in the first quarter. Dumont out to an early 3-0 lead on a Gabriella Bartolucci 3. Now Fort Lee will break out with it. Layla Jones gives it to Catalina Gill. Again, 5 starters on the court right now for Kelly Lane's team, 5 of the 6 on the team. Firing and hitting on a 3 is Janelle Lewis. So we are tied at 3. And now a turnover here by Dumont. Tied at 3, about 90 seconds into this one. Should be a good, fun game. Packed house for senior night. This is Layla Jones with it. Lewis to Gill. Catalina Gill has her shot blocked. Saved by Sophia Pagan, but she stepped out of bounds with the ball in her hands. The starters are Janelle Lewis, Layla Jones, Catalina Gill, Sophia Pagan, and Elise Avazoglu. 5 seniors for the Fort Lee Bridgemen, and then also Catherine Shin on the bench. That 3 from Bartolucci is way off, didn't hit anything, and so it will be Fort Lee ball. Fort Lee 14-3 on the season this year and a perfect 4-0 in division. 2 games ahead of Dumont, 2-2. They're in 3rd place in the 5-team Big North American. Offensive rebound put back by Elise Avazoglu. I believe that was Layla Jones missing the 3. Avazoglu with the rebound and 2 points. And now that's going to be, I believe, Catalina Gill coming up with the steal for the Bridgemen. Gill almost has her pass to Lewis intercepted, and a foul is going to be called. That will be the first team foul of the game. It'll go against Dumont number 40, Madison Morales, a senior herself. Janelle Lewis being hounded by Annalena Petriello. Lewis dumps it off to Avazoglu, who scores. 4 points for Elise Avazoglu, and it's a 4-point lead for Fort Lee. The starters for Dumont, Rachel Reagan. She just inbounded to Bartolucci. So you've got Bartolucci, Petriello, and then Erin Adamilli and Madison Morales. Adamilli is one of the 2 captains of this Dumont Huskies team, along with Amanda Ivaroni. She's on the bench. Bartolucci gets bumped, and that's going to be a foul going against, I believe, Avazoglu. First team foul on Fort Lee. These 2 teams played each other back on January 3rd as Avazoglu comes away with the rebound. Long pass ahead, Jones to Lewis. Janelle Lewis misses. Avazoglu could not get the offensive rebound, but it was out off of a Dumont defender. Anyway, Fort Lee won that game back on January 3rd, 64-40, so a dominant win at Dumont. Fort Lee looking to improve to 2-0 on the season against the Huskies and go 3 games up on them in the division. Layla Jones misses, gets her own rebound. And now Janelle Lewis will fire a 3, and she'll miss. And Layla Jones comes away with another long offensive rebound. Jones to Lewis again. Now Lewis going to take a 2-pointer, and she's going to miss. Rebound to Abigail Horgan, who has checked in for the Huskies. Here's Bartolucci. She hit a 3 in the opening seconds of the game, and since then, Dumont hasn't scored. Bartolucci's pass knocked away. That's going to be a steal, maybe for Jones. Layla Jones has it now. Lewis to Catalina Gill. Now Gill to Jones, who fires on the 3, and she's short. Rebound to Sophia Mandalakis. Long pass ahead. Bartolucci misses the layup. Janelle Lewis misses after a little bit of a Euro step. Long pass ahead to Bartolucci, and she's going to slow things down and let her teammates catch up. 5-on-5 action again. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bartolucci going to take a 3 and miss. Offensive rebound. That was Mandalakis. And that 3-pointer is canned. That was Rachel Reagan. Now a long pass ahead to Catalina Gill. She passes up on the 3, throws up a 2, misses. Sophia Pagan gets the offensive rebound. Dishes to Ava Zoglu, who misses her own shot. Rebound to Mandalakis. Bartolucci going to take another three. She's off. Way too easy offensive rebound, but the putback is missed. I believe that was Mandalakis. She's got to put that one back. And now we have a timeout, our first of the game. I believe it was called by Dumont head coach Christy Prepis. It's a 30-second timeout, a 7-6 lead for Fort Lee. Fort Lee, mentioned 4-0 in division. Ridgefield Park is in second place at 3-1, and then you have Dumont at 2-2. The Huskies are just 5-9 overall and 2-5 on the road. They also lost to Fort Lee at home. Again, that was back on January 3rd. The Huskies have lost 2 in a row coming into this one. Meanwhile, Fort Lee had their 14-game winning streak snapped the other day against Lodi Immaculate, a 74-60 loss. Here's Layla Jones getting the friendly roll. It's a 9-6 lead for Fort Lee. Layla Jones is on the board. Errant pass goes out of bounds, so it'll be Fort Lee ball, and now we're going to have a substitution. Bartolucci will check out, and Ivaroni will come in. The two Dumont captains, Amanda Ivaroni and Erin Adamili. Long three-pointer. And I believe that was Layla Jones as well. Now Janelle Lewis with hounding defense, and we're going to have a foul called. That's Gina Keith getting fouled by Lewis, and now Keith will trigger in. Offensive rebound off the missed shot for Dumont. Reagan makes a pass that was not great. It's going to go out of bounds, and the ball will stay with Dumont. Last year, Dumont went 25-4, having a very different season this year. This is Reagan with it, covered by Jones. And now a switch. Ivaroni's pass is knocked out of bounds by Catalina Gill. This is a very good defensive team that Kelly Lane coaches. Fort Lee only allows 38 points per game. And now Janelle Lewis comes up with a steal. All alone, Janelle Lewis puts in the layup, and it's 14-6. 5 points each for Lewis and Jones. Now Lewis covering Reagan, and coming up with another steal. Janelle Lewis makes it a 10-point game. Under 30 seconds to go, and that pass goes through the hands of Reagan. Sloppy turnover for the Huskies, and things are starting to come apart at the seams here late in the first quarter. Jumper missed by Ava Zoglu. Layla Jones going for the steal. She's not going to get it. Dumont has plenty of time here. 10 seconds to go before the end of the quarter. They have 3 seconds to shoot. They do get a shot off, and it is missed. I believe that was Gina Keefe taking the jumper. So after 1 quarter of play, Fort Lee has a 16-6 lead, and they're on a 16-3 run. Scoring 6 points in the first quarter is definitely not what Christy Prepis had in mind. This is a Dumont team that struggles to score. They only average 41 points per game, and in their last game against Paramus, they lost 42-22. They're going to have to do way more offensively if they want to get a win today. Again, after starting 2-0, or 0-2 rather, Kelly Lane's team won 14 in a row before their loss to Lodi Immaculate. They're going to try to get back on the horse tonight And then they have another intra-division matchup. They'll be at Ridgefield Park on January 31st. Even with the loss to Lodi Immaculate the other day, Fort Lee still 8-3 at home on the season, trying to defend their home court yet again, although notably they have not lost a game on the road. Second quarter is underway. 5 starters still out there for Kelly Lane. The 5 starters, by the way, were the only 5 players in that loss to Lodi Immaculate, at least according to NJ.com's stat sheet. The floater goes for Janelle Lewis. She has 9. 9 points for Janelle Lewis. This is her first year at Fort Lee and her 4th year on a varsity high school team. She scored her 1,000th career point earlier this season, and this year alone she has over 400. Lewis came into tonight averaging 25.5 points per game, as that free throw is made by Mandalakis. That'll get her on the board and make it 18-7. She's got one more coming. She misses, and Ava Zoglu comes away with the rebound. That was the second personal foul on Sophia Pagan. Jones misses the floater, rebounded by Mandalakis. 18-7 in favor of Fort Lee, make it 18-9 as Abigail Horgan scores. Now here's Layla Jones with it. Like Janelle Lewis, she is a 4-year varsity player who is in her first year at Fort Lee, and she picks up the assist on that Catalina Gill 3. We're going to have our first sub of the game for Kelly Lane's squad. Pagan will come out, and she will be replaced by the junior, Olivia Hausman. 21-9 in favor of Fort Lee. Going to have a travel called against a member of Dumont, another turnover for the Huskies. Jones and Lewis are the 2 players for Fort Lee who are in double figures in terms of points per game this season. 25.5 for Lewis, 12.7 points per game for Layla Jones, and a couple points there for Olivia Hausman as she cans the jumper. Ball up for grabs. Ava Zoglu winds up with it. That's a steal for her. She gets it ahead to Layla Jones. She misses with the left hand. Rebound to Horgan. Now this is Bartolucci with it. Gets it back, makes her move. Underhand shot, she misses. Foul will go against Ava Zoglu. That's her first and the 4th team foul against Fort Lee. So Gabby Bartolucci will go to the line. Bartolucci starting for Dumont here in just her sophomore season, and she gets the friendly roll on her first free throw attempt. Bartolucci leads the team with 15.1 points per game and 1.4 steals per game. She's also one of 2 players who has played every game this season for Dumont. Misses the second one. Gill gets it up to Jones, and she had Lewis wide open, but Bartolucci makes a nice hustle play to knock that ball out of bounds. It's 23-10 with 5:36 to go in the second quarter. Hausman gets it into Jones, or Lewis rather. Lewis makes her move and scores. Janelle Lewis is a machine. Out of bounds off of Fort Lee that time. Fort Lee still up 25-10. Fort Lee coming up with it again. No. We're going to have a loose ball foul called against Fort Lee. Or no, it's going to be called against Dumont, rather. That's going to be the second team foul on the Huskies and the first on Mandalakis. So 4 fouls for Fort Lee, 2 for Dumont. Catalina Gill, that's a 3, she misses. Houseman with the offensive rebound. Lewis makes the long pass to Gill, who finds Ava Zoglu. Ava Zoglu finds Houseman, she misses. Same team, but Gill comes up with the offensive rebound. Now she takes a 3, she misses. Defensive rebound for Mandalakis. She is hounded, but gets the ball away. Bartolucci on a 3. No. Mandalakis with another offensive rebound. And another one. Another 3-point attempt missed, and Lewis comes away with the rebound. Janelle Lewis with a head of steam. Too strong. Ava Zoglu with the putback. Elise Ava Zoglu now has 6 points, and I believe 4 rebounds, if my math is right. Mandalakis is fouled going up for a shot. So it'll be Sophia Mandalakis at the free throw line with 3:56 to go in the first half. That was the first foul on Gill as Mandalakis makes the first one. And now Horgan will be subbed out. Mandalakis goes 2 for 2 at the line. She has 3 points, and Fort Lee leads this one 27-12. Layla Jones from deep. No. Mandalakis with another rebound. Here is the sophomore Bartolucci with it. Good passing here by the Huskies, but the shot is missed and rebounded by Houseman. Fort Lee likes to move quickly. Houseman gets her pass back, and she misses the jumper. Three minutes to go here in the first half. Missing that shot but getting fouled is Madison Morales. So she'll go to the line with a chance to get herself on the board. Morales, one of 7 seniors on this Dumont team. Speaking of seniors, Ava Zoglu will check out, and Roxanne Perez will come in. First game action for her tonight. Morales goes 0 for 2 at the line. Jones to Lewis. Does she take the 3? Now she does. She missed, wanted a foul, not going to get that. Bartolucci way off on a 3. Gill up ahead to Lewis. And now Gill gets it back. Lewis for 3. Off. Gill with the offensive rebound. Ball goes out of bounds off of Dumont. Lewis will trigger in. Roxanne Perez has it stolen away by Bartolucci. Gabriella Bartolucci misses. Good defense by Janelle Lewis to get back. Under 2 to play here in the first half. Layla Jones with a head of steam dumps it off to Houseman, who scores. 4 points for Olivia Houseman, and the lead is up to 17. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Dumont. They trigger into Morales. Being hounded by Perez. Morales loses the ball. No foul called, but Dumont will maintain possession. They trigger into Morales, who puts in the layup, 29-14. Catalina Gill gets it from Lewis, misses the three, rebounded by Houseman. To Jones for three. Off. And after Horgan grabs the rebound, she's fouled inadvertently by Perez. Reagan will check back in. And who's going to sit for Christy Prepis? It's going to be Petriello. That was the 7th team foul on Fort Lee. Puts them over the limit. So it's a 1-and-1 here, and the front half of the 1-and-1 is made by Abigail Horgan. So Horgan now has 3, and she can cut the deficit to 13. I believe we had a lane violation by Horgan herself. So she made the shot, but it didn't matter. Still 29-15. Janelle Lewis making moves, taking threes, and missing. Who's going to come away with the rebound? It's a jump ball between Houseman and Morales, and the possession arrow favors Dumont. We're now going to have Gina Keefe checking in for Adamilli. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Keefe with it. Her pass does get to Morales. Morales is double teamed. She gets it to Bartolucci, who misses a three. Layla Jones gets the rebound, outruns everybody, and scores. Layla Jones has 7 points. Bodies hit the deck, and we have another jump ball. So this time, it will be Fort Lee possession. The Bridgemen have Lewis, Jones, and Gill, who have not subbed out, as well as Houseman and Perez. Layla Jones, dribbling out of the double team, gets it to Houseman, who cans the jumper. Third assist for Layla Jones, and Olivia Houseman has 6 points. Bartolucci misses, another missed shot, and now Jones trying to come away with the rebound. She does and is fouled. Layla Jones is having herself quite the first half. She gets the inbound from Lewis, has 5 seconds to work with. She heaves it and is fouled. I didn't see if that was a 2 or a 3, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. 2.5 seconds on the first half clock. Layla Jones, 7 points. Also, I believe, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And she makes the first one from the line. Jones, coming into this one, led the team with 2.8 assists per game, and she was a 67% free throw shooter. That is also the best mark on the team. It just went up. It went up more as she made the second one, and she was taking a 3, so she'll get another free throw attempt. She misses it. She gets the steal right at the end of the half. I don't know if that shot would have counted, but she missed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Layla Jones has made 2/3 of her free throws this year. She does that again, and that's how the first half ends. It is a 20-point advantage for Fort Lee. They lead 35-15 as Jones has 9 and Janelle Lewis has 11. I will step aside very quickly, but in less than 10 minutes, we will be back for second half action. So don't go anywhere, folks. Tommy Aquilina back here with you in the East Gymnasium here on senior night at Fort Lee High School. And Kelly Lane's Fort Lee Bridgemen lead the Dumont Huskies 35-15. In a lot of ways, it was a dominant first half for Fort Lee. It was also very fast-paced. Only took about a half hour to get through 2 8-minute quarters. Fort Lee only allows 38 points per game. Dumont only scores 41 per game. And Dumont isn't halfway towards either of those numbers. So they're going to have to get something going offensively. They're going to need some of their threes to drop. They took a lot of threes in that first half. Did not make many of them. Bartolucci made her first three-point attempt of the game. Dumont led 3-0. And after that, it was all Fort Lee, led mostly by their two first-year seniors, Janelle Lewis and Layla Jones, two of the 6 seniors honored before the game by Fort Lee, along with Catalina Gill, Elise Avazoglu, Sophia Pagan, and Catherine Shin. This is Bartolucci taking a long 2 and missing. Layla Jones going to run out ahead of everybody, spinning and losing. She missed that shot, but we do have a whistle. Would have been a highlight reel play for Layla Jones, who had 9 points, as well as multiple rebounds and assists in that first quarter, or first half, I should say. Now she takes a 3 and misses. Houseman was going for the rebound. She doesn't get it, but it will be Fort Lee ball. Gill to Jones, who misses. Gill with the offensive rebound. She hits the deck, but no foul called. Bartolucci got out ahead of everyone, missed, and that is off of Avazoglu. Seen a lot of action like that tonight, a lot of long breakouts, but some of them have ended up being misses on the offensive end. We're going to do it again here as Petriello will trigger in. She finds Bartolucci, guarded by Lewis. Now guarded by Jones and back to Lewis. Bartolucci misses, and Pagan comes away with the rebound. Janelle Lewis will fire from deep and miss. Avazoglu with the board, the putback, and the foul. So Elise Avazoglu will go to the line. She had 6 points and I believe 5 rebounds in that first half. She finishes the three-point play. 9 points, 5 rebounds for Avazoglu. Layup is missed, but Morales gets a second opportunity and she puts it home. So it's 38-17 Fort Lee. Layla Jones draws a bunch of defenders, kicks out to Lewis. She misses. Avazoglu with the offensive board. Her shot is blocked, and now Gill has it. Gill misses her jump shot. Long pass ahead to Bartolucci. And she scores. Gabby Bartolucci now with 6 points. 38-19, so Fort Lee has the Huskies doubled up. Gill takes a 3 and misses. Rebounded by Adamilli. Now here is Bartolucci with it. That's a 3, and I believe it was blocked by Avazoglu, partially. Bartolucci gets it back. She is the only Husky who averages double-digit points per game. She's probably going to have a big second half if Dumont wants to get back in this one. Going to have our first substitution of the second half. Morales will come out. Mandalakis will trigger in. Almost a 5-second violation. She gets it in, but Bartolucci can't handle it. Janelle Lewis has 13 points. And it's 40-19 in favor of Fort Lee. Fort Lee in a little bit of foul trouble in the first half. That has not been a problem so far here in the third quarter. A defensive switch, Gill on Bartolucci. Shot fake, layup is missed by Mandalakis. Layla Jones, low pass for Lewis. She holds on to it, gives it to Pagan and gets it back. Now to Jones, who pops and misses. Sophia Pagan, offensive board. She misses. Gill with the offensive board. She misses a three. Now it's Dumont ball. Long pass ahead to Bartolucci. That is off of Gill. Reagan will trigger in for Dumont. Looking for Bartolucci. She has a mismatch on Lewis, but that hasn't helped her very much so far tonight. Lewis staying with her. And Lewis taking it away from her. With the left hand, Janelle Lewis scores. 15 points for the senior, who has scored over 400 this year. We get a whistle here. I believe that's a kicked ball. It's pretty remarkable, the job that Fort Lee has done, given Kelly Lane. She was with the program, but this is her first year as a head coach. First year here for Layla Jones. First year for Janelle Lewis. Bartolucci for three. No. And Pagan comes away with the rebound. Gill to Pagan, who gets on the board. Sophia Pagan had not scored yet on senior night. She does right there, and it's 44-19 in favor of Fort Lee. That three-pointer hit nothing. Abby Horgan with the air ball. 3:08 to go in the third quarter. It's really been all Fort Lee. Gill and Avazoglu passing back and forth. Avazoglu shoots and misses, and we have a foul called. And now we're going to have Gina Keefe checking back in and Adam Milley checking out for Dumont. Keefe to Reagan, who almost loses it but is able to dump it off. Pass almost went out of bounds, but this is Keefe with it. Reagan trying to make her move. She gets a pass off. That's a long two. It's missed. Keefe and Gill both went for the rebound. It winds up out of bounds. Fort Lee ball. Jones to Lewis. Lewis misses, but Catalina Gill comes away with the offensive rebound. A ton of offensive rebounds tonight for Fort Lee, but Layla Jones misses her floater. Reagan fires from deep, and it rims in. Very friendly roll for Rachel Reagan. Now it's Lewis. She almost loses it. Pagan to Jones. Jones misses. Rebound. Pagan had it, and she lost it. Ball taken away here by Pagan. She'll get credit for a steal. Janelle Lewis takes a three. That's off. Pagan with the rebound, and she is fouled on the putback attempt. Sophia Pagan will go to the free throw line. Fort Lee has Dumont doubled up. And both teams have committed 2 team fouls here in the second half. That's the first one on Horgan. Pagan came into this one averaging 3.9 points and 2.4 rebounds per game. And she also came in a 65% free throw shooter. She goes 1 out of 2, and she now has 3 points tonight. 45-22 in favor of Fort Lee. They've won 14 of 15 since starting 0-2. Janelle Lewis, that's a three. It's off, and the rebound goes to Keefe. Keefe to Reagan. She fakes the three and gives it back to Keefe. Gets it back with Gill on her. Reagan throws it up, almost got the roll that time. Should be a foul called on Gill. No, I lied. The foul was on Lewis. That is her third. Keefe running out of time. She gets it in. Shot is up. No good, but another foul is called. That was a long 4 seconds, but Keefe was able to get it in to Abigail Horgan, who is rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. Horgan has 3 points, and she averages 4.8 points per game. Horgan came in only a 25% free throw shooter on the year, but she goes 2 for 2, and it's a 21-point game. Janelle Lewis with under 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gill makes her defender miss. She misses the three. Pagan gets the offensive rebound and is fouled. Not a shooting foul. 31.5 to play in the third quarter. Trigger into Lewis, passes up on a shot, passes up on another one, and Layla Jones' three-point attempt goes over the backboard. So it'll be Dumont ball, 24.9 to go. They trail by 21. This is Reagan with it, and Reagan is fouled. She throws up a crazy shot attempt after bumping into Pagan. That should be her third. Oh no, it's her fourth. 5th team foul on Fort Lee, so free throws might be the way, or one of the ways, for Dumont to get back in this one. Also, you now have 4 fouls on Pagan and 3 on Lewis. Reagan's first free throw attempt is no good. Her and Bartolucci have 6 points each to lead the Huskies. That is also the first missed free throw attempt of the year for Rachel Reagan. And she goes 0 for 2 after being 10 for 10 on the year. Jones up ahead to Gill, who still has time. Ava Zoglu throws up a shot and cans it. And that will be how the third quarter ends. An Elise Ava Zoglu jumper, which makes it 47-24 Fort Lee. Ava Zoglu now has 11 points. And it is a 23-point advantage for Fort Lee. Ava Zoglu came in averaging 5.2 points per game, and she has 11 tonight. Meanwhile, Layla Jones has 9. Janelle Lewis has 15. 6 points for Houseman, 3 for Gill, who has also been an assist machine, and 3 for Pagan. That is the scoring for Fort Lee. By the way, mentioned this is the first year at Fort Lee for Layla Jones and Janelle Lewis. They came in and became the top 2 scorers for Kelly Lane. Pagan, Ava Zoglu, and Gill have been here for 3 years, and Pagan is a 4-year varsity player. Catalina Gill is a 4-year varsity letter winner. So they've been the glue that has kept this team together. Catalina Gill's 3-pointer was halfway down, but it missed. So no points on their first possession. 5 team fouls for Fort Lee. Dumont might want to be aggressive and try to continue to get to the line. Instead, that's Bartolucci missing a 3. So very different style of play. Layla Jones misses. She's been cold for a little while. Here's Bartolucci with it again. Pretty good offense that time, but just a missed shot by Mandalakis. Not sure that was the most intelligent shot selection right there. Janelle Lewis is off. Bartolucci gives it to Keefe and gets it back from her. Back to Keefe. Now Mandalakis to Bartolucci, who doesn't even hit the rim. Lewis is running. Janelle Lewis puts it in, and she has 17 points. Long pass up ahead, and Mandalakis scores. So it's 49-26, but trading baskets is not going to work for Dumont. Lewis to Catherine Shin, who's in for the first time, and she misses the 3. This is Catherine Shin's 3rd year here at Fort Lee. First action she's gotten tonight. Bartolucci off on a 3. Lewis will let it go out of bounds. So it's Jones, Lewis, Shin, Gill, and Pagan playing with 4 fouls. About 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th quarter. That pass almost goes out of bounds, but Gill finds Layla Jones, who takes the 2-pointer and misses. Jones goes for the steal. She doesn't get it. Now she's going to come away with one. She pulls up from deep and misses. Keefe with a dangerous pass attempt. That's Mandalakis and Jones getting tied up. And they're going to get Jones on a foul. I thought that would be a jump ball, but instead it will be the first personal on Jones, but the 6th team foul on Fort Lee. Bad miss there by Mandalakis. Pagan with the rebound. Janelle Lewis is fouled by Mandalakis. So Lewis, with a game-high 17, heads to the free throw line. Entering this game, Janelle Lewis was a 61% free throw shooter, and she misses the first one. Mandalakis will sub out in favor of Morales. That was Mandalakis' 2nd personal, 4th team foul on Dumont. Lewis goes 1 out of 2, so she has 18, and it's a 24-point lead for Fort Lee. Keefe, nice pass inside. They find Morales, and she scores. Adam Milley picks up the assist, and Morales now has 6 points. Jones almost lost her dribble. Pagan winds up with it. Gill to Lewis for 3, and the rainbow delivery is good. Janelle Lewis with another 20-point game. Here's Morales. She loses it, but it should be out of bounds off of Fort Lee. Gill was unable to corral that one. 21 points for Janelle Lewis, who came into this game having scored over 400 points this year and over 1,000 in her high school career. That's a 3 made by Annalena Petriello. It's 53-31 Fort Lee. Here's Lewis with it again. She finds Jones, who fires from deep, short. And it'll be Dumont ball. 4:12 to play in this one. Another three-point attempt, missed by Petriello, and it is stuck on top of the backboard. They might have to get the stick. No, I think they will have to get the stick. So we're going to have a pause here with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. It is a 22-point lead for Fort Lee. This would not be a coast-to-coast win. It was 3-0 Dumont, but since then it has been all Bridgman. Fort Lee's next game, another divisional matchup. They'll be at Ridgefield Park on January 31st. Meanwhile, Dumont will not play again in January, and then they'll be at Ridgefield Park on February 2nd. Gill finds Shin in the corner, back to Gill. Now it's Lewis at the top of the key. Janelle Lewis takes the jumper and makes it. 23 points for Janelle Lewis. Errant pass, not stolen away by Jones. And now another three-point attempt, and this one is good from Petriello. So twice, nothing but nylon, and then once over the backboard. Going for the steal and getting it is Bartolucci, and Bartolucci is fouled on her layup attempt by Layla Jones. So Gabriella Bartolucci to the free throw line. She scored the first 3 points of this one, but since then, she's only scored 3 more. She does a lot of things well for this Dumont team. Shooting free throws is not one of them. She's a 54% shooter from the line, but she did just make the first one. Missed the second one, and Pagan with the rebound. Here's Janelle Lewis with a head of steam, making 2 defenders miss and scoring. 25 points for Janelle Lewis on senior night. Adamilli finds Morales, who scores down low. Lewis with another pretty move, and she scores. So Janelle Lewis now outdoing her scoring average in this one. Blocked by Pagan. Catalina Gill running ahead and making a layup. It is 61-37 Fort Lee. Adamilli back to Petriello, back to Adamilli, who fires from deep and makes it. First points of the game for Erin Adamilli. 61-40 in favor of Fort Lee. Under 2 minutes to go here in this one. Jones from deep, short, and Keefe with the rebound. Layla Jones has been stuck on 9 points for a while. Keefe with a nice pass to Adamilli. Petriello from deep again. Off, and Lewis with the rebound. Now Lewis with the pull-up 3, and she misses. Rebound to Adamilli. Petriello directing traffic now. Keefe with a nice pass inside to Adamili. Gets it back. Now finds Morales, who is fouled. That will put Dumont in the bonus, not that it really matters at this point. 4th team foul on Janelle Lewis, and now the seniors are going to be subbed out of this game and get a nice hand after the first free throw attempt by Morales. The 5 seniors on the court for Fort Lee should get a really nice hand from this crowd after that first free throw attempt is missed. Pagan, Jones, Gill, Shin, and Lewis check out. Actually, scratch that. Shin stays on. So right now it is Shin with Houseman, Perez, Naomi Kim, and Paula Pestic. That pass is stolen away by Adamili. Adamili scores, and just like that, she has 5 points. Under 40 seconds to play here in this one. A resounding success for Fort Lee on senior night as Bartolucci steals Houseman's pass. Now Bartolucci from deep. She misses. Morales skies in to take the rebound away from Shin. Another 3 is missed. Petriello misses the putback. Now Shin comes away with the rebound. Hounded by Morales, who steals it. And she doesn't get it to go. So Houseman will get an extra rebound on that one. And that is how this game ends. The final score on senior night, Fort Lee 61, Dumont 42. The Huskies fall to 5-10 overall, 2-3 in division. Fort Lee a perfect 5-0 in division. They've beaten Dumont twice. They have a 3-game lead on them and a 1.5-game lead on Ridgefield Park. Fort Lee avenges their loss the other day to Lodi Immaculate and improves to 15-3 on the season. JV won 38-27, Varsity won 61-42. Tremendous success on senior night. Thank you so much to the seniors on both teams, also the Fort Lee senior cheerleaders. Thank you so much to Fort Lee's athletic director, Michael Raftery, as well as Dimitri Nanas for setting everything up. My name is Tommy Aquilina. Thank you to you for watching. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one.